Welcome along to the EXFL Tier 2 Season 6 British Grand Prix. We're here for round 11 out of 22, the halfway mark of the season. I am F1 Union, your commentator for tonight, and alongside me in the commentary box for the second week in a row, it's Chaz F1. Chaz, how are you, my friend? It is indeed. We are going to be very excited for this one. It always delivers great entertainment, a bit of drama, very spice, and some battles, and weather here. There's no introduction necessary, but we are just 1 minute away from readying up. 16 in the lobby at the moment. We will be awaiting a couple more. A few new faces. We'll get into that later. I'm just going to get the stream link sent real quick, if it can load. But yes, a very entertaining race last week saw another new winner of Tier 2 Season 6 in the face of Samuel Drake Lee, who, like you said a minute ago, Chaz, I don't think is in the lobby. He is not. So yeah, we're waiting on Frosty Life as well in the Mercedes. So that brings up to 18. And Cody, but he's unwell at the moment, so he will decide if he's racing or not. My Twitch isn't loading. Carbro's not racing, he said. So I think we'll have 19 at the moment. Or 18, something like that. So Sam, Frosty Life, the other Alpine of... Yeah, so Sam, Frosty, Cody, Carbro. So Carbro's not racing, so yeah, it's up to them three. So it'll be 19. As the clock strikes 7. And Twitch is still not loading for me. But I'll put the ready up message now. Oh, that's why I have no Wi-Fi.
You have no Wi-Fi?
Well, I've looked at my phone. It just says Wi-Fi, like. Oh, there we go. It's back. Okay.
I'm interested to see whether Bram's going to win this race or not.
Why is that?
To be honest. Because all of his main rivals are British, and he is rather the only non-British championship protagonist at the minute.
Yeah,
I'm sure that would bring in some.
Well, I don't know. He's British.
Speaking
he's
of
not
Bram,
British.
he just left the lobby.
What? No,
he just left the lobby.
So as soon as he joins, Sam. As soon as he leaves, Sam joins.
Yeah.
Hang on. Let me quickly. There we go. Alright, final checks then.
Yeah, Bram's back in.
Oh, is he? Okay, that's good. So that's 17. Armano will make it 18. And Cody, well, it's up to him. There we go. Finally loaded. Copy link. Let's get this out. While we're loading in, Chaz, do you want to give me a top 3 prediction for qualifying?
Last week I was pretty wrong, but I'm gonna predict Samuel Drake Lee to qualify on pole in front of Bram. So I think it's gonna be a Ferrari 1-2, but just to throw in a dark horse, I think Taze Frozen will impress us and get P3.
Really? One of the new guys straight off the bat. All right then.
He definitely has the pace.
You think so?
Yeah. Although
Right,
I know him personally, but still.
right then. Stream sent.
I forgot about BCFC Josh actually. I don't know what his pace is like compared to the rest of them, to be honest.
Right, yeah, I'll give my top three. Obviously Josh was the one who stopped Sam's streak of poles back in Canada. He didn't race last week, unfortunately, but he is today for his home Grand Prix, on his second race of his return. So I'm gonna go. I don't know. I feel Williams could be quite a shout, as well with Noah and Logan. I think Noah will be third. Sam will be second, and I think BCFC Josh will stick it on pole again. But qualifying has begun here. 17 drivers, and we are waiting the 18th of Frosty Life. I'll send him a quick invite now. Right then, let's get all the graphics enabled. Tyres, we see BCFC Josh is on the mediums already. Don't need that. And there we go. Right then. Who is the first car out on track? It is the Aston Martin of BCFC Josh. Around this 3.5 mile circuit. The grand circuit that used to be an airstrip. So much history, both real life and in the league, and Aston Martin are no stranger. It's their home, and it's leading by BCFC Josh. His teammate Nathan also on an outlap on the other compound of their selection for this session. Let's see where they can get up now, because Nathan, like I addressed, as Cody, I didn't even know Cody joined. I was going to say Nathan, obviously his ERS kind of stint, should I say, before it was addressed, and let's see if he can finally manage it, as Cody has joined, so he just has to take control of the Alpine now. The one remaining Alpine, as Smithy is on his outlap. A lot of cars out on track, as Bram has got in his car. Heading through Cops now, and his teammate Samuel Drake Lee, the newest winner in EXFL Tier 2, enters turn 3 now. And yeah, we'll see Josh on his mediums. I'm guessing he's the only one on the mediums. Getting the heat into his tyres. Number 18 is Pro Cody. Let's see if he can deliver. And now we'll just be waiting on Frosty Life, and it will be 19. Nearly a full grid, but 19 is nothing to complain about. So, do you want to take us through this lap, Shaz, with BCFC Josh?
Yeah, let's go for it. I expect this will be a lap that takes us towards the top of, well, after everyone's banged for laps, straight into turn 1. Probably could have been a bit more tight to the inside curve there, but it's very easy to send it into the inside wall or an easy invalidation. Want to take it tight to the apex through this loop section, turns 3 and 4, and now looping around onto the Wellington straight. He wants to commit to the inside again. He's just staying clear of the curve just in case he loses control. But it'll be flat out into the first sector split, and he sets a 28-1, and now again he wants to be committed to the inside through Luffield, Brooklands, and now into Woodcote Corner. He will take it flat to the inside, and then you can kind of cut on the inside a bit here on the run to Cops, where it's a very easy place to invalidate on the outside. Takes it very well on the inside and manages to avoid an invalidation on the exit. Now through Maggots and Beckett's the fast right left, and he does invalidate through Maggots, and that is the end of Josh's lap.
And continuing on, unfortunately, after Josh's spin, Sam was also had a spin, so the other Ferrari just exiting Chapel. So continue, Chaz.
Yeah, okay, he's a 104.0, which is not anything to shake your stick at, as he goes flat out down the hanger straight and up the hill into Stowe. Keeps it off of the inside curb and very well committed onto the outside curb. And now through the Vale chicane, steer clear of the sausage curves. They can lose you quite a bit of time, and again, you can't really go flat through Abbey Corner, but it's a 128.0 for Bram, which should be a pretty decent lap.
Callum crosses the line, 0.8 off Bram, and now we got the Aston Martin of, I believe, Josh heading into the pit lane. His teammate Nathan has backed off on his lap. Now, what about the Red Bulls? They need to deliver after Bratty Terror had a qualifying ban. Sin Icon doesn't beat Callum. He's the second off. What about Brighty Terry? He crosses the line. 28.3. 3/10 off the pace. JJ Francis goes ahead of Bram. Very nice lap from JJ Francis, who has been performing in qualifying recently. It's his race pace and delivery of overtakes that needs to be improved. Let's see if he can do that in the race, as I think Noah's having connection issues, and I don't think he's the only one. So I'll try and invite him real quick. Did I just skip past him?
I'm interested to see if Logovic will do what he did last
There he
week,
is.
and that is
There we go, he's in. Never mind.
not
TB
set
Gamer
up in
third.
quali and start at the back.
Logan,
Interesting.
interesting.
Yeah,
Well, I was going to say Bratty Terror doesn't have a qualifying ban this time. He's free to deliver as many laps as he can, and Red Bull, after finishing 3rd and 4th to Ferrari's 1-2, they are a heck of a long way off in terms of pace and the championship position. So 7 times on the board then. Taze Frozen. I better address the new guys. So yes, Taze Frozen in the Alfa Romeo, been promoted to the Alfa Romeo, and this will be his debut race in the Alfa Romeo at the British Grand Prix. And then we have Callum in the McLaren reserving for Evan, and we'll see if he can get his hands on a seat. But for now, he is in the British team, quite a few throughout the grid. And let's see, Cody is on an invalidated lap. What about his teammate Smithy? He's on a valid lap, heading through Stowe, just avoiding the Alpha Tauri, and now keeping it clean with just a chicane and a right-hand corner to go. Let's see, Smithy around the final corner. It looks like it's going to be a 29, and he crosses the line. It's P6 for him. So Frosty Life has joined, so he'll get in the Mercedes. Sam really ugly through the Stowe corner there, and he's had a spin. That's his second spin of the session. He'll head into the pit lane to put some new tyres on. And currently everyone on an out lap or in the pits or an in lap. So yeah, that was interesting to see from Josh. He's still got the medium tyres on, as he had he had a spin. He invalidated through Maggots and Beckett's, right, Chaz? When he had his spin.
Who? Sorry, Josh.
Josh, yeah.
Yeah, it was through Maggots.
Just put the softs
just in
on,
the
so
exit.
yeah. All right then.
I'm interested in
Okay.
what will be a better race, Tier 2 or Tier 1.
Well, both are looking great for attendance, which is always great to see. Right, Taze Frozen
Yeah.
finishes set to 1:27.8. I believe Josh's was a 28.1. So this is looking like some really good pace from Taze Frozen. You put him up into 3rd on your prediction, Chaz. So as he enters, as Frosty Life gets in his Mercedes now, as he enters the straight now into Cop's corner, taking it nearly flat out in the Alfa Romeo, making sure not to invalidate on the exit. No, he spins instead, which is even worse because now those tyres are finished. But we're going to see more laps come through.
It was a great first sector as well compared to JJ Francis and Bram. He was quicker than JJ Francis in the first sector, but just a little bit slower than Bram.
Yeah,
so
indeed.
It looks like a very confident first sector from Taze, but
yeah, he matched him.
mistake.
36.1, 24.0. Okay, interesting. As I believe this is Logan starting a lap, I believe. Heading through 3, 4, and 5, all the complex where you can make up or lose so much time. Now heading onto the straight, DRS about to be flicked open now. Heads along down at the Red Bull in front of him as he zooms past. And what will this split be? A 27.7
that's
for Logan
very good.
09. So he just has to make his way through Woodcut now. Now around the long right hand up. Keep it nice and clean, no loss of the rear, no sudden movements. He's all on his own, in the zone. And now heading through Cops. Can he take this corner better than Taze Frozen? Comes around and keeps it very well off the outside of the curve. This is looking like a very neat and tidy lap for the Williams. Now he enters the most complex part of the entire circuit. Maggots, Beckett's,
No!
Chapel, and it's caught another one.
That was such a good lap as well. I'm sorry,
It
but that
really
was
was.
looking very, very good.
What about Callum? He's just passed Logan a bit wide through Chapel, but he now puts his McLaren onto the end of Sector 2, a 105.2 as Noah tops the timesheets into the 27s by nearly 3/10 ahead of JJ Francis. So now we're going to see Callum through Stowe. Make sure not to invalidate on the exit. He's kept it all within the white lines. And now he's got a bit of traffic up in front, but it shouldn't be too much of trouble. 2 corners to go then for the McLaren. As he rounds the MCL 36 to P7. Tidy lap from him to get him at least ahead of Smithy by a couple hundredths. 37-36.
Is it just me, or on your screen is it showing Luca's name as Pro Cody?
No, it says Lucas 2004X in the Haas and Cody in his Alpine.
That's strange. It's coming up as Pro Cody twice on my screen. The Alpine is actually him, and then Luca's coming up as Pro Cody as well.
Oh, that's a bit confusing.
Yeah, that's going to be annoying.
As Bram goes
Bram.
even quicker. 27.6. And now we see what his teammate can do. I saw him warming up the tyres towards Cops. Now he's just started his lap time. There is a lot of traffic in front of him. And he's got his teammate behind him. But number 15 and the newest race winner, the 50th race winner in Tier 2, is now ending Sector 1. And Logan did a 27.7. Samuel Drake Lee has gone with a 27.4.
Wow.
That is a mega first sector for the Ferrari as the McLaren gets out his way. Now round through the long right-hander, making sure all the cars in front of him move out the way. And let's ride on board with one of the potential championship winners for this season. Riding through Cops. Lovely as he's got another spinning Alfa Romeo in front of him. But now, here we go. Through Maggots, Beckett's. Can he get them all correct? Through Chapel now, and look how that car is just turning in. As we see, I believe, one of the Alpines go up to P7. I think it's Cody. 103.4 as JJ Francis beats Bram by 5 thousandths.
Wow.
And now we're going to see if Sam can reply to that. Through Stowe, he's got the Haas in front of him that might give him a bit of dirty air, as he's going to be right with him until the end of the lap. Through the chicane for Sam, it's so easy to make or break your lap through these 3 critical corners. But now, through the last corner, can Sam put it up back onto provisional pole? He can!
What a
by
lap!
Exactly 3/10 of a second. Samuel Drake Lee has stuck it on provisional pole. I'll tell you what though, JJ Francis splitting the Ferraris, I did not see that coming.
That's
BCFC
I was
Josh.
having a look earlier.
Yeah?
I set my Silverstone time a couple months ago when I was just about to quit the game, and that's quicker than my Silverstone time on time trial. That's a great lap.
We were expecting pole to be around a low 27, and Sam has delivered. Josh managed to get a 28.3. That is 1 second off the pace. And, I mean, the Red Bulls, even more than that. 7th and 10th. With 15 drivers setting a lap time, we're still waiting for Logan, who's just finished Sector 1. I'm guessing he's on an outlap. Horosia and Luca. I think someone just went up the timesheet, but I could be wrong.
It was Billy. He just set his first time.
It was Billy, and currently behind his teammate at the moment. So let's see, Luca into the pits, Horosia in the pits. Logan getting his tyres up to temp. Frosty, I'm guessing, had a bad lap, and we'll head back in. He's got Hamilton's helmet because he joined in late. Taze Frozen currently in P11, so he did get a time on the board, and if he can get into the top 10, I'm sure you'll be happy with that. So let's see, up until I'd say we count Billy's as the last valid lap, that's 2.4 seconds covering the field. Interesting. TB Gamer, has he just started a lap? I believe so, entering 3 now. He came P2 on his debut back in Spain, and then got a few more points back in Portugal. I think he ran out of fuel right at the end, which lost him a potential P4, I believe. But now through the end of Sector 1, he is 3/10 down on his time and 6/10 down on Samuel Drake Lee's first sector. So he's got a lot of ground to cover. Currently 7/10 off provisional pole. And Logan said he is confident, but he's already invalidated his lap before he even finishes Sector 1.
The Dutch Dodo is just starting a lap.
If you want to take us through this, Chaz, you can.
Yeah, that was very quick through turn 1 for the Dutch Dodo. I want to see if he can get that 4/10 improvement to rival Samuel Drake Lee at the top. He's very close to the apex of turn 3, which is very good, very clean through this loop section. Now through Aintree corner he goes flat out on the inside and onto the Wellington straight. A very, very good first sector here from the Dutch Dodo. Will it top Samuel Drake Lee's? it was 3/10 down. He's actually down on his time at the minute by just about half a tenth. But there are some crucial corners coming up on this lap where he can gain a lot of time should he find the right momentum through them. That was one of them through the Brooklands Luffield Woodcut area of the track. A lot of time that he can gain through there, and Copse, will he take it flat? He does shift down into 7th gear, but does keep it valid. So it's really interesting to see if he won any amount of time through there. Maggots and Beckett's looked good. Will he keep it the right way through Chapel? He's very, very aggressive with them curbs, and that looked like a very good middle sector. It's a great middle sector for him, and he's just over 2/10 up. He has Stowe and the Vale chicane now to just find a couple more tenths if he wants to beat Samuel Drake Lee at the top. It was pretty poor through Stowe, and he's in the wall, and his tyre's off. That's him done.
That is the Dutch Dodo out. He pushed too hard, and at the exit of Stowe, that is the Williams out of qualifying. Oh, it was looking like a decent lap there, but he might have been a bit down his time. He could have found something in the final 3 corners, but that will be it for Noah, and he will be very angry with himself because there was a bunch more as Brams left the session. We'll get him back in.
Yeah,
doesn't seem like his internet's that good today, because that's the second time he has disconnected. What about JJ Francis though, splitting the Ferraris, one in trouble with 2 minutes 26 to go? So that will be it for Bram, unless he joins right this second.
I have
JJ
invited
Francis.
him.
Yeah, JJ Francis will
He's coming out.
qualify the championship leader.
JJ Francis is coming out now. Yeah.
I meant Bram. Yeah, there's Bram. So unless he leaves the garage right now, that'll be it for him.
Yeah, he's done. Because
Wow.
the pit lane's very long at Silverstone, so he's not going to get out.
It's the longest on the calendar. It's a full half a minute. So yeah, that's going to be it. Right then.
That might impact him a little bit if he can't get past him in the race, which I'm sure he will definitely put up a fight. But to only be 5 milliseconds behind the guy that's splitting you and your teammate will be a bit of a gut wrench for him, I'm not going to lie.
No worries at the top though, in the other side of the Ferrari garage for Samuel Drake Lee. He's just gone past the arena now, making his way towards Brooklyn. Bram's left the session again. If you can invite him again, Chaz, that would be great. Let's see if Sam can beat his first set. He can by 13 thousandths. Into Brooklands he goes. And now he's just got to make his way around. Can he find any more time? Can he squeeze any more thousandths from that Ferrari as he heads up past Woodcut and up to Copse now, using all the track he can. Now through the long right-hander, it just looks planted, that Ferrari, to keep it within bounds of the track limits. Now through Maggots and Beckett's, absolutely flying stuff from the Scuderia as he takes Chapel perfectly.
That's
onto
beautiful.
The exit, and now onto the hangar straight. He's up by nearly 2/10. This is looking like a brilliant lap for Samuel Drake Lee. Into Stowe now, and he's taking it right on the limit. He's got a car in front of him who will hopefully not hold him up. Into Vale now, and he's just got to make sure he aces this chicane, and this has looked like a perfect lap so far for Samuel Drake Lee. Can he get it into the 26s? Well, we sure know he will improve to a 27.1. What a lap for Samuel Drake Lee. A little bit of a weave there, because I think he knows he is on pole position, unless anyone
JJ
can
Francis
deliver a
invalidated,
blinder.
so he's not going to beat it.
That is it for JJ Francis, but he's going to out-qualify Bram, who may not even start the race at this rate. Unless his AI does. But now, here come the challengers, TV Gamer and Josh and Bright Terror. That's it for Cody. He's 8th, and Billy down in 15th. Logan and Horosia still not to set a lap time yet. Horosia is heading through Chapel now, and he's just got to make sure he takes it cleanly, and he has done that. So what's his sector split? A 3.8.
This is not on a very bad lap.
Yeah, I was going to say, this is looking like a very tidy lap. Can one of the Red Bulls spring a surprise? Heading through Stowe now then for the Alfa Romeo. Just got to keep it within the confines of the racetrack. He's done that to perfection, and now he's just got to make sure he aces the chicane. No slides, no loss of the rear. Take it perfectly, just like that. And across the line for Horosia. Where can he put the Alfa Romeo? It's P5 for Horosia. Good qualifying in the end after being last for all of it. Now the only runner to not have a lap time so far is Logovic at his home Grand Prix, as Nathan goes up to 12th. And we'll see what Callum can do. Little wiggle there from Logan as he is really trying to find the maximum of the car. Crosses the line. Where can he put the Williams? It's P8 for him. Now what about Josh? He's up by a couple tenths. Can he get it into the top 5? BCFC Josh, who was on pole in Canada, takes P5 away from Erosia and will start this race on the 3rd row with him. And now we're just waiting for Callum. Everyone is done. Samuel Drake Lee is on pole position because Callum has invalidated. Billy will start last. Luca in front. Smithy, Frosty, Taze 15th on his debut. Sin Icon down in 14th. Nathan Callum,
Frosty Life down in
the other
16th.
Callum. Yeah, he really just didn't get the kind of lap he would want to in, as Callum will start in front of his teammate P11. Cody, feeling unwell, is still in the top 10. Logan 9th. Bright Terror just about holding on. TB Gamer 7th. Herosia, Josh into the top 5. And then it'll be Noah who crashed out early on. Bram, JJ Francis, one of the star of qualifyings to start in front of the Ferraris and separate the front row. But Samuel Drake Lee in a league of his own at the moment.
Yeah, that is a time that you'd expect to see in Tier 1, I'm not going to lie. You'd expect that to be kind of the midfield of Tier 1, that 27-1. That's a brilliant, brilliant time.
Yeah, if it wasn't for the because he can't run medium traction. He's just pretty bad at it, so he runs full, and that's why he's done that kind of lap time.
Right, I'll be back in a second. I'm just going to go get something.
No worries. Bram says he's restarting his Xbox. Rest in peace, his start. It is going to be unfortunate. The championship leader is going to lose some ground, I think. Then again, he will be AI, so who knows. But yes, we've got quite the Grand Prix loading up. And it is a bit overcast. So, could some weather potentially be in the mix? It's the British Grand Prix, anything can happen. And with the forecast on approximate, who knows? But now we're just waiting for the drivers to fix their final setups, their final fuel loads, any last minute setup tweaks. And we will be ready. There's the countdown. Hope Chaz is back in time for the start. "11 rounds in then. This is the halfway stage of the season. We will get to Hungary and then count that like real life as the halfway stage. But this is the mathematical one. But we're at one of the most excited venues of the whole calendar. At Silverstone. It's the British Grand Prix. Sam on the left, JJ Francis on the right. The revs rise. The AI of Bram jumps the start, but it's lights out and away we go. Sam does get away from JJ as there's a Williams onto the grass there already, but he keeps hold of the lead. Into turn 1 he goes, round the outside. JJ Francis tries to challenge, and JJ Francis has taken the lead ahead of Sam on the hard compound tyres, dropping down. And now there's going to be some position changes as the two McLarens are going wheel to wheel and the Alpine right in front, but it looks like they have all managed to keep facing forward as Logan and Luca got caught up in the back. Bram's AI has gotten into the lead, and if Bram gets hold of his car, he has got a massive advantage. But JJ Francis has got ahead of Sam, starting on the mediums compared to the Ferrari on the hards. And now the Dutch Dodo is all over the back of Samuel Drake Lee, as JJ Francis has nearly a second ahead of Sam, and he's now going to have to claw back that gap. As what's happened to Noah, he's lost the position to Erosia as we head through Cops for the first time. Then JJ Francis ahead of Sam, ahead of Erosia, Dutch Dodo, Tom, and then Callum up to 7th, Cody, and then his teammate behind, and the two McLarens making ground. Frosty up to 12th, Josh has dropped places, and the two Red Bulls down in 14th and 15th. Letting him go is Sin Icon to Bratty Terror, and Nathan dropping down. Taze Frozen gets ahead, and Luca and Logan round out the 19 drivers. Wow. As we got a yellow.
Does Bram not get a penalty for that?
I'm not sure.
I know it's not strictly
Nathan.
his fault.
Bram's still not in, so if he drops to 3rd, it will be fine. But if he joins now and take control right this very second, it might. As TB Gamer versus the Dutch Dodo. TB Gamer went off track there to get in front, I believe, and now he's into P5. If no one wants to clip that, he can. As Callum's into the pits, I think he has damage. 3 seconds it was between JJ and Bram's AI, so now it's down to 1.2. So Yeah, on to lap 2, and there's already a fight breaking out as the Alpine sends it on Callum. Here we go then, wheel-to-wheel action begins now. As Cody is wheel-to-wheel with Callum. Will Callum leave any room? Cody has to go across to make sure Callum doesn't turn in. They're wheel-to-wheel. Callum gets ahead though on better straight line speed, and Cody will just have to sit in behind. Smithy watching all this unfold as there's quite the battle behind TB Gamer. Let's enable all this. Who's the biggest gainer at the moment?
JJ Francis is about to take the lead.
Is he now? JJ Francis into Cops. Overtakes the AI of Bram. And there's no shenanigans as Bram has joined. As soon as JJ Francis takes the lead. As Samuel Drake Lee, if he can get ahead of his teammate, then I don't think Bram has really gained much. But if he joins and gets in his car now, it might be a bit of a kerfuffle in the Ferrari garage. But Sam should be able to get past him before he joins back. Here we go then. The Ferrari
Keep it together,
overtakes
JJ Francis.
Ooh,
Come on.
he's here.
Here we go.
The Ferrari's wheel to wheel through Stowe.
Oh,
a little bit of a wiggle, but Bram has stayed ahead of Sam. As Cody and Callum are battling again. Callum down the inside on the Alpine, wheel to wheel into Vale. And now across the line, Cody does get ahead of Callum. And Callum just have to sit in behind for now. But will he try something? As Cody leaves in the room, goes off track in doing so, and goes onto the grass nearly. Callum will try the switch. And gets onto the curb, and will have to stay behind. But he's going to hook that Mercedes up to try and get past him. DRS will be activated on this lap. Callum loses the rear, and now he might be under pressure from Smithy, but Billy's up to 10th. Frosty right on him, and Josh and Bratty and Sin, they've got some work to do in terms of coming back. Biggest gainer though is Billy, 9 places, last to 10th, as Smithy as well, 17th to 9th. Biggest loser at the moment is Logan, down to 16th, and Josh starting 5th, down to 12th. So JJ Francis is not what we thought, who would be, not the expected leader, who we think would be out in front of this Grand Prix by lap 3, but he is leading the British Grand Prix ahead of Bram and Sam, who's going to be annoyed that his teammate, as Cody gets a penalty, his teammate was in AI, led, and now in front of him, and he didn't do anything. As let's check, everyone's on the mediums bar Sam and the last 3 who pitted, the 2 new guys and Nathan. What do you think, Chaz? Oh, there's Billy and Frosty. I'll come back to you in a sec there, Chaz. As Billy and Frosty are wheel to wheel, they're battling. Can Frosty go later on the brakes? Billy hangs it round the outside, and he keeps in front.
Great.
As Frosty cuts the corner, and here comes Josh then. Noah fastest lap. The top 5 all within a second of each other. So we'll head back to Noah. Can he string any kind of fancy overtake on Erosia? He goes over the curb, and he's all over the back. And quickly, Chaz, do you think Sam will be annoyed that Bram's in front of him now?
Yeah, definitely. I mean, they're teammates, so there's got to be a bit of communication between them. And, you know, like, I don't know if they're in a party with each other or what, and they've kind of, like, negotiated what's going to happen. Will they assault JJ Francis at the same time? But, you know, it's quite a difficult situation for him to be in.
If it was fair game, then it's understandable, but it's the fact Bram was AI, so his AI was 3 seconds ahead of everyone. He's joined back, not, 3 seconds in front, but he's still not where he started, is what I'm trying to say. But anyway, top 6 all within a second of each other. Then comes Cody, and then Callum still holding within a second of him, and Frosty still behind Billy, and he's got Josh and Bratty all over the back of him. As the overcast clouds hover over the Silverstone circuit, we don't know if it's going to get brighter or some rain may be abound. But I'll tell you what, Bratty's right on the back of BCFC Josh, using his ERS to stay ahead. And so is Frosty Life. So riding on board with the Mercedes, can he get ahead of the McLaren into Stowe? Will he go to the inside? Yes, he will, but he can't quite get the move done. And now we're going to see a 4-way battle as Josh is right on the back of the Mercedes. And will he try a send as we got a yellow? Oh, it's Samuel Drake Lee!
Sam!
He's had a spin! And that drops him down to this battle we were riding on board with. And now Smithy's over the back of him, but can't quite get past him. And considering he's on the hard compound tyres, those tyres not heating up in the way you want. And that's dropped him down to 7th. That promotes Erosia to the podium. As I'll tell you what, Bram is all over the back of JJ Francis. And now we're going to see a battle for the lead as they go into Brooklands. Bram down the inside. JJ Francis hangs it round the outside. And this is brilliant as he keeps hold of the lead. He's putting his car perfectly in a place Bram wants to be instead. He's using his ERS as they head towards Cops.
Oh no.
I don't want to say it's critical for at the moment, but he's going to try around the outside. Is Bram the championship leader? And he can't quite get ahead of JJ Francis. He'll stay behind for now, and he'll have a much better run on the next straight. Taze Frozen drops to last. He's in the pit lane. As JJ Francis has got a penalty.
He was attacking
So,
that curve quite a lot since the
The
start.
pressure has got to him. And now he may lose the lead as here comes Bram on the hanger straight. He'll have to go to the outside considering JJ's defensive on the inside, but he doesn't have to make the move at the moment.
It's
But he'll
great
try
defending.
to switch. It really is. Now will he go to the inside? Yes, he will. So Bram will have to go to the outside. And now Herosia's arriving in on the action as well. But JJ's playing some masterful defence to keep hold of this lead. Penalty or not, as what's happened to BCFC Josh. He's dropped down the order.
I imagine it must be similar to what the Dutch Dodo did in quali.
Yeah, Frosty Life has also dropped down, so maybe there was a collision between them two. A lot of race, a lot of experience between the two, but it seems like they've still got involved in a collision. That means Bratty Terror's up to 10th, and Sam is all over the back of Callum. This is a really good defence from JJ Francis to keep hold of the championship leader. Now comes Samuel Drake Lee as Luca's now dropped down. Here comes Samuel Drake Lee then on the inside of Callum. Easy move for the Ferrari, or is it? Because the Mercedes is coming back round the outside, and now he has the inside, and we're seeing this great camera angle for Callum to stay ahead of the Ferrari in his Mercedes as they head towards Cops now. That was a brilliant re-overtake for the Mercedes.
Good for Callum. I'll tell you what,
Really
he's doing
is.
very, very well today. I think his
On the
luck might be
medium
changing.
compound tyres compared to Sam's hards, it is giving him an advantage, but that's still brilliant racing nonetheless. And Sam, his teammate, as Frosty gets a penalty. Bram, is he close enough? JJ goes defensive and cuts him off. He's got more ERS than Bram as well. He's really taken the words on board of race pace, and he's leading the Grand Prix. I believe he holds the record for most podiums without a win, JJ Francis, of 6. And he's currently leading the British Grand Prix. In fact, if he didn't have that penalty, he would be right in with a chance. But we've got a yellow, and it's Luca, I think, again. As unfortunately, they're coming up to lap Taze Frozen nearly, who's been in the pits twice already. But anyway, let's see who is further back.
Yes.
Noah getting stuck behind Hirose. I'll tell you what, these top guys are all keeping their ERS very well handled. And speaking of ERS, let's go to Nathan. Nathan's on 94!
Wait, what?
He's not on 0!
Oh my god!
I mean, he's using it through Stowe for some reason, but bravo, Nathan. Anyway,
He's kept
back
it off.
to the
I
front.
think when we said to him, you know, try and save it, I don't know, I think he might have maybe thought we meant don't use it
I mean,
at all. That's not what we
he's
meant.
kept it on now.
Yeah,
So,
oh no.
that might not be
Maybe
great,
we
but-
shouldn't have spoken.
Yeah, we got a mega battle for P3 though. Hirosia, Noah, Tom and Cody as well on the back. As Callum is still holding up Sam and staying in front. And now we focus our attention back to the front. Bram's going to try again round the outside of JJ Francis. And will he keep it round the outside at Stowe? And keeps within the confines. And now he's got the inside line, has the Ferrari. And we head towards Vale, and JJ Francis places his car perfectly.
My god.
We got a yellow of Taze coming up in front. It might distract them, but JJ Francis, perfection of
This is
placing
brilliant.
that car.
I could watch this all day.
Cody, fastest lap as Frosty gets ahead of Billy now. What's happened to Billy? Oh, Billy's in the pits.
He's
That's
just
why.
gone into the pit lane.
Yeah. Right, Noah.
No, he's
Billy's retired. He's given up on lap 8 already. He wasn't in the worst position. I think he was actually in P11, so
Maybe he picked up some damage, I'm not sure.
who knows. But anyway, look at this. The top 6 all within a second, all within 7/10 of one another. This battle JJ Francis has had with Bram has really brought the rest back into play as Sam goes down the inside of Callum. Will Callum this time hold it around the outside? No, Sam defends it again this time as Callum nearly runs into the back of Sam. But now we're going to head to Cops. Callum has used all his ERS in an attempt to stay in front as Sam is using his ERS to get away.
This is a 6-way fight for the lead. I don't know if I've ever seen this before. This is brilliant stuff here at the home of F1.
It really is. And 6 constructors as well.
Yeah, this could be anyone's game. You just got to find that extra
Ooh.
gear.
JJ Francis had a little loss of the rear, and Bram's a lot closer this time round using his ERS. JJ's not using his, and Bram this time looks much better to retake the lead of the race. But he goes around the outside, and JJ Francis forces him off. And the first contact has been made. Bram rejoins in front of JJ. JJ hangs it around the outside again, and they may have made a bit of contact. They don't, as Tage, should I say, retires, and Bram has to stay behind again.
Oh, God.
Oh,
How
God,
is
what's
he
happening
still
throughout
in
the
the lead?
field? Frosty and Logan. And unfortunately, in his first race, it ends in retirement for Taze Frozen. He'll have to go again, and Bram may be getting frustrated now, but JJ is playing some masterful defence.
I think
Oh,
Bram needs
Noah.
to get his...
Sorry, carry on, Chaz. I saw
I think
Noah have
Bram
a
needs to get his
massive
elbows out. He definitely has the skills to be a bit more aggressive. I think he's trying not to result in a contact, but at the end of the day, he has had a few opportunities where he could have got past had he been a bit more aggressive.
He knows.
I know I don't want to end
knows-
it in a crash.
Yeah, he knows that JJ's got a penalty, so if it finished like this, he would still win. But the fact that 4 drivers are right on him, he wants to get this move done. And
JJ would drop to 6th with this penalty.
yeah, and Cody is probably the closest of anyone at the moment. On the back of Tom. But now we're going to head to the straight again. 4 tenths. It's not as close between Bram and JJ. So let's see. They all have DRS really, so who can make a move? I'll tell you what. Cody may make a move on Tom as Bram tries to make a move on JJ Francis, but Cody's to the inside. Tom goes wide, and now he goes off track, and this might allow Cody into P5. He rejoins still alongside, and he's going to hang it round the outside as Cody, but has to back off because he knows that would not have ended well indeed as Logan has got past Frosty Life. It's so weird. From 10th to 13th, 14th, you'd expect all these guys to be in the well inside the top 10, but they're fighting for not even for any points at the moment. It's so strange, but as we focus back to the front, the next generation you could say, but in terms of generation, JJ's been here in Tier 2 for quite a while, but he's pretty much pulling off one of the best performances I have seen from him so far as he enters Brooklands for the 10th time, and we know the pit stops will be coming out soon, and the undercut is quite powerful around here, I believe, as Cody tried to move on Tom but can't quite get past it. 59.32, excellent ERS management from the AlphaTauri. His teammate Carbro not racing tonight. If you told Carbro his teammate would be leading nearly all 10 laps, I don't think he'd believe you. I don't even think JJ Francis would believe it, but he's still leading this Grand Prix. But we head on to the straight now, and by 2 tenths, Bram is a bit closer, but he won't dump his ERS majorly.
I think you were saying before this. I think you were saying before this race how JJ Francis is good. He just needs to work on his racecraft.
Yeah, his race
and
pace.
He has been immaculate today.
He really has. As Josh got a penalty, I was mainly going towards the fact that as Sam gets past Callum again. No, I was going to say Callum's in the pit lane. I was going to say Sam was already ahead of Callum. Right, so Sam's in the pit lane. So like I said, the pit stops are coming out. So yeah, what I was going to say is JJ just needs to work on his racecraft in terms of battles, because he has been in quite a few incidents, but that defense and that battle with Bram, mainly towards Vale, it was spot on, it was perfect. To hang it round the outside, just absolutely sublime from them at the moment from JD. It's just so unfortunate he has that penalty. But we'll see, it's early on, lap 11. Alright, Sam's got a comeback to do now, because he may be on the hards, but he will be on the faster mediums towards the end of the race. And he's 3 seconds off a 6-car battle for the lead. So he could still well be truly in this. He could have been fighting. Oh, Bram! That equals it out then. He's now got a 3 second. I was going to say Sam could have been fighting Bram and JJ for the win. But now, Horosia looks in net P1 at the moment. This is interesting. Bram has lost a lot of time as well. He's nearly a second behind JJ Francis. Lost out to him by 5 thousandths, having internet troubles. And TB Gamer now. One by one. Frosty's left. If you can invite him back, Chaz, that would be great. But one by one, they're getting penalties. And now we see who will pit. JJ Francis is in. Bram stays out. Okay. Horosia stays out. Noah. Tom is in. Cody stays out. So here we go then. Watch JJ Francis and Tom. Because if they... well, JJ can't undercut anyone, but it is in case Bram decides to. Watch out for Tom then. He's the main outlier here. Because he was... As Noah's got a 3-second now. That just leaves Herozia then. And Sam. Because Tom was in front of Cody, but behind Noah. So we'll see. Sin's got a penalty for speeding. A bad day at the office gets worse for Red Bull. They are nowhere, unfortunately. We've got a yellow. We got a yellow! And that is Noah! Never mind about undercuts. It's 100% going to happen now. Noah's had a spin. I do not know if that was contact with anyone, but it's left him in a spin. And of course, if there is a VS... Oh, they're changing the wing on Sin. If there's a VSC or a safety car, considering this is the longest pit lane on the calendar, if you stay out, you are going to gain massively.
Yeah, now I'm interested to see if the overcut will work for Bram.
Callum's gotten ahead of Logan. Okay. As Frosty's back in, unfortunate for him, going to lose time. Herozia is nearly outside of a second from Bram. Put it back to Pens, and let's see.
Did someone just leave, or did Frosty not join
No, Frosty's
back?
joined back. It's fine. All right.
Okay.
I was going to say
Bram
this
goes
pit
in.
lane. Bram sped. I was just about to say this pit
Bram!
lane is quite a hard pit lane to get right, and Bram is quite the well-known for speeding in the pit lane. Portugal, Bahrain, and he's done it again at the British Grand Prix. And Bram, if there is a safety car, he will definitely come in and serve that. But that is going to really annoy his race. Herozia comes in, and Bratty too. No, Bratty stays out. Is he gambling? Is he waiting for an opportunity? Right, we'll see where they come then. Who's coming round then? JJ Francis. Here we go then. Bram, keep in mind Bram sped, so he gained a little advantage there. But it's not enough. JJ Francis comes out ahead of Bram. Herozia, followed by Cody. And where's Tom? There's Tom. And Cody has overcut Tom. So it looks like the overcut here works better because you're on cold tyres on the hards. You lose more time. And sure, Cody may lose time now, but he's ahead of TB Gamer. I was wrong. I thought the undercut would be more powerful, but it really clearly isn't. Frosty's left again. As Nathan's got a penalty. There we go, inviting him. Right then, halfway into this race. Bratty staying out. As Logan gets past Callum. Looks like it's just going to be overcast the whole race. I've not heard anyone talk about rain at all. As JJ gets past Frosty's AI and gets DRS from it. What are you thinking, Chaz, if you're Herozia right now? Everyone around you has penalties. Josh gets a speeding pen. Yeah. He's in the same boat as Bram.
I'll tell you what, Herozia is in a very, very good position.
Could you check his warnings, please? Just to see if he's close. As JJ Francis sets the fastest lap.
He's not usually the type of guy to get penalties, really, is he? He is on 2 warnings.
Ooh, interesting. And are those warnings both exceeding, corner cutting, or are they collisions?
They're both exceeding, but they're on the first and third lap.
Interesting. Okay, Frosty's back in. Right, let's look to leader. Not quite sure how long exactly a pit stop is, as Cody's got a second penalty. But Sam is currently 21 seconds ahead of JJ Francis.
Yeah, and Sam isn't going to hold it.
Half a minute ahead of Callum, which is where he was, keep in mind. So, yeah. Looks like it's going to be about 8 seconds to JJ. And if JJ can stretch a 3-second gap to Herozia, which is currently at 2.6, we are still seeing a new winner at the moment. Considering we've had 5 in a row. Like 5 different winners, should I say. Or 6. I think it might be 6, and this might be 7. I'll have to double check. But yeah, at the moment, Brighty Terror, those tyres must be finished. Is he Woolly Pit? No, he's staying out. Look at that front right. Right on the cusp. As here comes Bram then. The battle resumes, and they've had one coming together at this very corner, ending with a bit of contact. But JJ Francis staying in front of Bram, going to the inside. Bram will now try around the outside, and he'll just have to stay behind for now. JJ placing that car perfectly. If Bram makes a bit of contact with his rear, but he's still sticking in front. Bram using all the ERS he can to get the fastest lap point. JJ 38, and Bram's got less than half of that. Erosia dropping down as Cody's gaining on him. Maybe sick, but he's really on it at the moment. So leader still 21 seconds, not really gaining or losing time. I'll tell you what, Bratty's losing a hell of a lot of time though. This gamble's really not paying off for him, and Red Bull could find themselves with no points at the moment, which would be a shock considering they were at one stage fighting Ferrari in the championship. There was even questions raised if Sam could make it a Ferrari 1-2 in the championship. Could he even take the fight to Bram? And could it be Ferrari v Ferrari? Well, at the moment, even with a spin, it's looking good. And now we see, will Sam come into the pit lane? He's gone through Stowe now. Sin Icon is fighting Luca for 15th place. That's got to hurt. Cody gets a third penalty. Yeah, he may be up in a really good place, but it doesn't matter if you've got a bunch of pens. As here we go then, top two into the pits, making sure not to speed. Sam's done it, and Bratty does it as well. I saw the gap at 67 thousandths, and now it's down to 2/10. Josh gets... Josh is on 11 seconds now. 2 pens and 1 speeding. So I'm guessing Bram had a little go, and I really hope this doesn't end in tears, because this has been a brilliant battle between Bram and JJ so far. But then, we will look to the rest. Where will Sam emerge? He's got a lot of ground to cover as Noah sets the fastest lap. After that spin, remember, he's on the comeback. As Josh has got another penalty for speeding. Josh has given up. Yep. That shouldn't cause anything. So, oh, as we got Haas in the background. Lucas spinning.
Oh.
And that's caused another yellow. And 2 yellows on track. I really hope that doesn't cause anything, because that would be kind of silly. It doesn't. And then there was 16. So, JJ leads from Bram with 8 seconds of pens. Hirosia still within 3 seconds. And then we've got Cody on 9 seconds. Tom within a second. Sam on the mediums. 2.2 behind them. Callum just holding his ground in front of Noah. JJ's got another penalty.
Oh,
Cody's
no.
got another penalty.
Cody.
And that could solidify it at the moment for Hirosia. The winner of the opening round of Tier 2 Season 6 could be winning again. As Bram goes to the inside, and he's just not close enough. He's used all his ERS. But he's put JJ under pressure, we can see that. Wow. The top... Well, 3 of the top 4 have the most penalties of anyone, barring Nathan, who's on 68%. He's managing it. I mean, he may be down in 15th, unfortunately, but he's managing it. We didn't have a safety car for all of Austria, and at the moment, it looks like that's going to be 2 in a row.
I think it's because I'm here. If we swap me for Nick next week, I bet we'll reach the limit.
Yeah, yeah, we head to France. Watch, there'll be like 3. There just isn't
And
many
it's very
places
hard
to
get
crash.
safety cars at France
Like,
as well.
Exit of Stowe, maybe through Maggots and Beckett's, but in terms of actually losing a wheel, I don't know. I saw that as clear as day. Callum gets the penalty, and now he's going to be fighting Noah, who goes to the inside, cleanly as you like, and down the inside goes the Williams and gets past Callum. Smithy
The other
just
Callum's
holding
in the
on.
pits again.
Yeah. Hasn't been the greatest race for both of the new debuters. Looks like he's going to be last at the moment. Bram has been...
This race
oh, that
is,
might be a warning.
This
Yep.
race is kind of all over the place now because Hirosia is in prime position.
It really is. Bram, he's gaining and gaining.
Hirosia's
He's using
in prime
everything he's
position,
got. We'll try around the outside
It's
of
not
JJ.
working.
Oh, JJ loses the rear a little bit. That's going to allow Bram.
Oh, so does
but he's going to get a
Bram.
warning.
Oh my
They're
god.
battling, and he's going to go to the inside. And can they make it without making contact? No! He hits the rear, and Bram loses a bit of time, but they still face forward, both of them. This is helping Erosia so much.
I don't know what Bram was trying to achieve there by keeping on the inside.
And here he comes then, Samuel Drake Lee. Look at that,
Samuel
the top
Drake,
6,
yeah.
all within a second of one another. Hirosia just drops out. But now we're going to see Sam, if he can make his way past Cody and Tom. If he fights
Sam's
Erosia,
gonna
it
finish
will
ahead
be
of
for the
Bram.
win. Yeah. And
Just
there
drop my
still could be more
controller.
penalties. I heard that. It's mainly between Erosia and Sam for the win then. So it really depends if Tom and Cody want to even fight this. Tom's not fighting it because Sam's just sent it. And Sam gets up into P5 then. And there is his main target, Erosia. But he's got Cody in front of him. Samuel Drake Lee versus Pro Cody 07. For P4 at the moment, one's got 12 seconds, lots of penalties, and one's got none. Cody's used all his ERS. Sam's still got a tiny bit to use.
Sam
There
has
is a
2
safety
warnings as Erosia does. I just thought I'd make that,
Interesting.
put that
Thank you
out
very
there.
much,
So
Chaz.
that's
Callum goes wide.
interesting.
I was going to say, if there is a safety car, Bratty, Smithy, Logan, Frost, and Logan, should I say, these three, could be gaining quite a bit. Anyway, back to the front. Once again, for about the 10th time, Bram tries around the outside, and now he's going to switch to the inside. It's a bit less chaotic than last lap. We'll look further back. Sam can't quite get past Cody yet, and Bram, once
It's got to be
again,
somewhere
can't
else
get
he
past
can try and
JJ.
overtake, surely.
And I think that's a confirmation of no rain because it's getting sunnier as we start lap 19. As Callum gets past Noah again. What's happened here? Noah across the chicane, battling Callum. Callum's got back in front. And now we're seeing a battle for last. Callum gets ahead of Luca. Callum gets a penalty while getting past Luca.
Cody is hounding the back of Erosia.
He is indeed. He's lagging a little bit, I
Samuel's
think, as
also going to
well.
try and go for the move.
Whoa!
He's all over the
Lag
place.
everywhere. What is this?
Yeah, what
Whatever
is
the
this?
case. Here we go, Sam versus Cody.
I can't tell what's
Oh!
going on.
Sam gets a penalty!
I
They're
can't tell
lagging
what's
so
going on.
much. I'm riding on board with Tom. They're battling wheel to wheel. And Cody stays in front somehow. That was immensely weird with all the lag involved.
I couldn't understand what was happening there, not to be honest.
No clue. They were ghosting like right next to each other. Whatever the case, now the objective has changed. Instead of overtaking Cody and overtake Erosia, you've got to overtake Cody, overtake Erosia and get a 3-second gap. And to get a 3-second gap, that means he's going to have to encounter this battle for the lead. So Erosia still in winning position, and here comes Sam then, round the outside of Cody. He's used everything. He's got them banging wheels, and Cody's not giving this one up without a fight. And Sam has to stick behind. He goes off track nearly, and Tom's watching this all unfold, and Cody is not going to give this up. And this could be what determines the winner, if Cody will let him go or not. We start lap 20. This race has flown by. The British Grand Prix delivering a lot of battles, a lot of spins, and we still don't know who's going to win at the moment because everyone in the top 8 bar Erosia has a penalty. Oh, and wouldn't it just
If
be crazy?
Erosia gets a penalty, this race is
mind.
going to be flipped on its head.
It really is. I was going to say, Chaz, wouldn't it just be... Oh, never mind. Sam gets ahead of Cody. Round the outside, a brilliant move from the Ferrari. Can Cody come back at him? Because Cody has DRS. But no, he can't quite get him. And he goes wide in doing so. And I think that's it for Cody versus Sam. Sam gets in front. I was just going to say, Chaz, wouldn't it just be a really nice return to form if we saw an end of race classic safety car? I don't know who would cause it, but it would be cool.
Go on, Luca. Take one for the team.
Well, obviously I don't know if any of these cause it because that means their race is in jeopardy, but
Yeah.
I don't know. I want it to be legit as well. Anyway, I'm not complaining with what we have. We've still got
At the
battles
minute,
everywhere.
Erosia is actually going to go and get a win, and it's long overdue, in my opinion.
Indeed, winning, like I said, winning the opening round. He's had quite the troubles since then, but 10 rounds later, he's got Samuel Drake Lee on his back, and as long as he doesn't get pressured into a 3-second, he's winning this as Noah gets back past Callum. And we are going to see... Oh, Cody, what was that? 15 seconds now. He's just trying to stick with, I think. What Erosia needs to do, he needs to get within a second of these two fighting. But we are going to see some kind of thing happen, I'm sure, in these last 6 laps. Because while we may be seeing great battles, they're building up and someone's going to snap, I know they are. It nearly came close with JJ and Bram, as Callum gets his 3rd pen. Bratty may still be in for a chance of 8th or 7th. JJ's still got a lot of ERS to use. Bram out. Rosie's got a little bit. Sam's got none. Cody's got none. Tom's got a little bit. Callum and Noah are still battling. Callum cuts across, forces Noah off a bit. We got a yellow. That's Luca, like you said, Chaz. Taking one for the team. And Noah gets in front of Callum. Little argy-bargy there. And Callum's going to come back at him, right on the back of him. And we're going to go through cops now. But Noah keeps in front. And he stays out of it. Samuel all on the back.
So laggy.
We got a battle for...
It's just Sam.
We got a battle for first with a Ferrari trying to overtake. And we got a battle for third with another Ferrari trying to overtake. And Bram is not close enough to challenge JJ. And Sam isn't close enough to challenge Hirosia just yet. And Sam, yeah, he's so laggy to ride on board with.
It's just him.
Yeah, I'm going to ride on board with Cody if anything happens. But, yeah. Lap 21 completed. 5 to go. Sam goes wide.
Ooh.
And avoids the orange curb, which I believe may have been what sent him into a spin early on in the race. And, oh, if Sam didn't have that spin, he might have been right up with the front guys. But he was right in front of Hirosia. Will he send it? Not quite. But yeah, he was in front of Hirosia when he spun. So now he's made it all the way back to where he pretty much was. And he's just eager to make this move. I don't think he's lagging now. They're both using ERS. So Hirosia stays in front for now. As the skies light up, as Sin gets past Frosty, who's into the pits. And is he retiring? Or will he go for the fastest lap? Not too sure. Sam sticking behind for now. No heroics into cops. And Hirosia just has to keep within the track limits. And this is the most treacherous part of the circuit for him. To not get another warning. Keeping it clean, keeping it nice and easy. And keeping his car in front of Sam. As Logan gets past Smithy. They're battling towards Magnus and Beckett's. But Sam tries to move on Hirosia. Can't quite make it stick. Has to lag everywhere for him. And he has to stick behind. So we'll look back to Logan and Smithy. And Logan looks like he's got past him. Oh, as Cody now has to take off now. Allows Tom to be right on the back. This is crazy. 6 cars, 5 teams, all battling. Bram is going to lose out quite a bit here. Oh, we got a yellow. Logan. What's happened to Logan? Logan and Smithy. Well, they're in kind of no man's land, so it's not like them battling will lose them much. They're not even fighting. Well, they are fighting for 1 point, and at the moment it'll be Logan's. Callum versus Noah again. He goes to the inside. Noah tries the switch. Cuts the corner. Now he just has to stay behind. And now up to the exit of cops. Bram! Another penalty!
Oh no, Bram.
The championship leader is in despair. A Sin Icon has crashed! Will that be a safety car? It's a VSC.
Oh no!
How has he crashed there? So instead of
Surely
exciting the race,
no?
that slows everything down.
Yeah, that's on purpose. Clearly.
That is on purpose, clearly. How do you crash there? Unless his wheel's disconnected or whatever's disconnected. Well, if it was an attempt, it's just slowed the race down, if anything. Unless the game decides, nah, that's too much damage, let's throw a safety car out. Oh, I thought we were going to have an end of race safety car, but the game may have realised it was on purpose, who knows. And now we have no chance for a safety car because we start lap 24 and the VSE will be ending shortly, I believe. And we will have 2.5 laps of action as Bram is all over the back of JJ Francis. And you have to remember, even if it's a VSC, anyone could get a drive through. I'm definitely not speaking of last season experience where you could get a drive through by the slenderest of margins, but it'll end soon, I believe. It's carrying on for longer than I thought it would.
Oh, England.
We'll definitely have to talk to Jason after that. Luca and... Oh, Cody! 20-second time penalty for speeding under the VSC.
Oh
Cody
my God.
doesn't... Luca as well. Luke, that's I don't think I've ever seen that before. Cody doesn't have to serve his drive-through. He could just have a 20-second time penalty. Why is he slowing down? What's he doing?
He's just lost his head now, hasn't he?
I've never seen that
20
before.
seconds.
Instead of
I
getting
have
a
seen the 20-second
drive-through,
time penalty before.
have you?
but-
Like, because Luke got something different. Oh well, Cody's race has been officially ruined.
Maybe he was speeding by a significant amount or something. I'm
Oh,
not
what's
really
happening
sure.
here? The Ferraris! Horosia! Bram's lost out hugely!
Wait, what?
JJ Francis!
Vanilla.
Well, whatever's happened, JJ Francis has blitzed away. Bram has lost all ground. Horosia's on the back, and he's in a Ferrari sandwich. TV Gamer's dropped off. We got another yellow of Smithy. The Alpines are in the mud. And Cody still may end up with points. But now we start the penultimate lap. And JJ's just lapped Luca, I believe. As that's Smithy still recovering. Crazy stuff. So here we go then. Horosia's on the back of Bram. Barely any ERS for Bram to defend himself. Here comes Horosia then onto the grass, round the outside, banging wheels with the Ferrari. Sam's going to sense his opportunity to get ahead of Horosia, maybe for the win, but he can't quite get past. And he spins Horosia!
No,
Does Samuel
no.
Drake-Lee? He's taken the win out of Horosia's hands. And was
Oh
that
my
on
God.
purpose? Was that by accident? Whatever the case, Sam has ruined Horosia's race. And now he might get a penalty for that. And could that mean TV Gamer could maybe snatch a win? Could that mean JJ Francis could get a debut
JJ
win?
Francis.
We're going to see a new winner, I believe. Oh, Sam, you heartless
Oh my
monster.
God.
He's hit Horosia around. Noah's got a penalty. And we got to put on it, leader, I believe, just so we know. Frosty's down to 14th, going for the fastest lap attempt. Speaking of laps, we start the last one now. JJ Francis crosses the line. And Horosia gets... Oh, no. He will be
Jesus
fuming.
Christ.
Absolutely
Sam's got to do anything
fuming.
he can. Surely Bram should just let Sam pass at this point, just so he can try and salvage a win for Ferrari.
Cody...
If JJ Francis wins,
43.
he deserves every single lap of it. He has been brilliant today.
I think Cody will be 11th or 10th. Cody may
Jesus
still get a
Christ.
point. I don't see
Jesus
any battles at the moment, but Tom... If JJ gets another penalty, Tom wins this. But yeah,
No,
Tom's
Sam
still
will
sticking
win,
with
but
it.
he'll most likely get a pen.
Tom could find himself in P2 here if Sam gets a penalty for what he just did. So yeah, it's been looking good for Tom. Ferrari kind of in the mud at the moment. Bram's going to drop down, maybe even only to 4th because of all the carnage behind.
JJ Francis is my winner, 100%.
And I think he'll be everyone's winner because I think he's done enough as he heads through the straight for the final time. What an unexpected victory. What a brilliant result this would be for a man who's had so many podiums, the most of any driver, to never have a Grand Prix win in EXFL Tier 2. But now the AlphaTauri of Jaden Francis won is now rounding the final corner. And you know what? We've got another one. JJ Francis wins the British Grand Prix. Unbelievable scenes for AlphaTauri and JJ Francis to come home with a victory. Samuel Drake-Lee P2, TV Gamer P3. Bram drops to 4th and Sam may still get a penalty, which means TB may still get P2. Ferrari still get a lot of points, but it wasn't a great clean sheet for them. Horosia should have had the win, will come home in 5th. And Bratty Terror out of nowhere recovers a few more points than he thought he may have had 10 laps ago. Noah 7th, Callum 8th, and Logan gets 9th. And Cody, even with a 20-second time penalty, still gets a point. His teammate Smithy will get none. Callum on his debut, at least he finishes. It'll be P12 for him. Nathan has now used all his ERS. He's down to his usual 0 in P13. Luca 14th. Did Frosty get the fastest lap? No, it went to Sam. What a race and what a win for JJ Francis. Wow.
Yeah, that is pretty good end to this race.
I don't think I've even spoke to him much in parties, so if he does join, it'll be nice.
Bram is angry, but I
Why
don't
is he
really
angry?
think. I don't know. I think at the end of the day, it's his fault he didn't win.
Frosty finished 15th and he got driver of the day.
What?
Let me just hear his. JJ sent me a voice message. Let me just hear it. Real. It's an understatement, but JJ Francis is very happy.
Let's hear it.
Okay, hang on.
Let's fucking go! That is what I'm about. That is what I'm about.
What's he's about? Let's get him in the party.
That's like team radio, yeah.
Yeah. That's even better because all the F122 ones are cringe. That one wasn't. JJ Francis J. He's not online, I don't think. There he is. Wait, no, that's the other one. Where is he? Is he online? Oh, there he is. Right. Let's get EXFL's newest race winner, the 51st race winner in Tier 2. And probably one of the most unexpected. With immaculate pace, brilliant qualifying pace. And here he is then, JJ Francis. If you can include your audio, mate, that would be swell. Have you included your audio?
He can't. He's on his phone.
Oh, never mind then. Okay, we'll just relay it. But the emotion is there. JJ Francis, you have just won the British Grand Prix. He is very happy. Absolutely incredible. What a defense ahead of Bram. Take us through that race, if you want. How did you feel when you got the penalties? It really was. Horosia, yeah, victory taken away. Sam ran into the back of him, which just, I guess, solidified. But you both deserved it, and this has been a long time coming. I said a few times, I think you held the record for most podiums without a win, with about 5 or 6. So you're no longer the record holder. That's a record I'm sure no one wants to have, and now you no longer have it. You are the 51st race winner of Tier 2, and that was one of the best drives I think I've ever seen for a new debut winner. Congratulations, mate. Chaz, have you got anything to say to JJ?
Not really, but I will say, you are my winner. You are my winner. I didn't think we were gonna win it right until the very end, but I wanted you to win that whole race. You were so good defensively, mate. Honestly, you were brilliant.
Your placement was immaculate. Like, going into that last chicane, every time you were on the outside, you hung it round, and it was beautiful. Like Chaz said, after lap 3, I could watch this all day. It was brilliant. And it's been coming for a while. You've been in this league for quite a long time, and that sums it up. That is your clearly best moment, and you deserve every little bit of that. Well, you finished the first half of EXFL Tier 2 Season 6 off in the perfect fashion. And now we enter the second half of the season, heading to France in 7 days' time. Let's see if JJ Francis can continue this streak, as he's been up there. Don't forget Austria, he was up there as well. So we'll see if he can continue. Thank you, JJ. We'll get second and third in soon. We'll see you in a bit, mate, and have a good night. Right, in a bit. Right, let's get Bram in. Actually, can you invite him, Chaz, because
I
whenever
don't
I
think they're going to
invite Bram,
join, but who was third? It was TB Gamer, wasn't it?
it was TB Gamer. Yeah. Actually, no, it wasn't Bram. Bram was fourth. Never mind. Don't invite Bram. It's Sam.
Sam was
Let's get
second,
Yeah.
and TB Gamer was third.
Right. So invite Sam, and I'll get Tom in as well. There he is.
I've invited Tom.
Tom. Oh, okay. Cheers. Sam, are you there?
Yeah.
Have you included your audio?
Mhm.
Okay, cool. Okay, Samuel J. Lee. Good comeback after the spin. If you want to take us through the race and quali if you want, because that was some blinder of a lap.
I mean, quality, obviously, very good one-lap performers have shown numerous times in this league. That spin, I've had that spin. I've raced in Britain in league races 5 times. 3 of the 5 times now I've spun at that exact curb.
So it was all on your own?
And it always spin. Yeah, it was the
okay.
curb. As soon as if you hit your underbody, you just spin. So annoying.
The orange sausage curb.
Yeah.
Yeah, because we saw you at the end avoid it when you went wide again.
Yeah.
So you started on the different strategy to everyone, the hard medium route. How was your pace for both stints?
I don't think my pace on the hards was actually too bad. I mean, Bram's start obviously didn't help with anything, and especially when he came back, we were on alongside, so I had to back out. But I don't think my pace was too bad on the hards. I think I pitted a bit early for the mediums. I feel like if I stayed out a bit longer, I could have maybe got a bit more of an overcut. But that's unfortunate, and I know what you're going to ask next, so go on then. Ask it.
Do you want to take us through what happened?
Look, I didn't mean to spin him, obviously. Mine and Bram's plan was I might be able to get my 3 seconds removed. It's a slim chance, because I was battling Cody when it happened. I tried to leave him enough room, went off the track to get the pen. So he broke really early. I didn't expect Bram to break so much. I was on the exit of the corner. Horozi got a really bad exit. Just hit his rear wheel. But if I do get a pen, it is what it is. I'll move down to third, and it's payback for Miami.
It's yeah, we'll see. The last thing I wanted to ask you about, because you were in a party with Bram, correct? What happened on the VSC restart? Why did he lose like 2 seconds?
Mate, I don't even know what was going on. He was just
he not paying attention?
He was screaming the whole time.
Well, he
The
was
game
trying to
was
get past
fucking
JJ
him over.
for 20 odd laps. Can I also ask, final question? Were you experiencing any lag per se?
People,
during that race?
because I heard you on the stream that I was lagging. For me, it was everyone around me that was lagging.
Yeah.
Not me, so.
Jazz, can you validate that?
No, I mean, I don't know what you're gonna want to do about it, but
I don't know,
I might
Chaz is
then,
here, but well, it is what it is.
Nah,
Anyway,
there's nothing you can really do. It's not really
Yeah,
his
it's
fault at the end of the day.
anyway, congratulations with still great points for Ferrari. You extend the lead in the championship, and if you do finish ahead of Bram, that's still closing the gap.
yeah. I mean, if the only way I don't is if I get more than a 10-second time penalty, more than a 7-second. I finished 7 seconds instead of Bram. I'll only go down to third, unless it's a 10-second.
All right. Anyway, let's move on to our third place finisher, another podium, which I'm sure he'll be happy about. Tom, are you there?
Hello, yes I am. Sam,
Have you included your audio?
You were lagging like crazy. Yeah. I
Yeah.
have. Sam, you were lagging
Okay,
like crazy for me and Cody.
Oh, no.
Hello.
So Tom,
Nice to see you too.
remind me where you qualified. I think it was
I want to
sixth
say P7. I want to
okay,
say
6th,
7.
7th. Anyway, you kept a very tidy and neat race, keeping with the top guys, and ended up getting a podium out of it. How do you feel?
It was a weird race. At one point, I was nowhere near the Ferraris. I'd catch up. Me and Cody would have a battle. I'd drop back. I'd take a Carlos Sainz line at Maggots and Beckett's twice. I don't know what happened. I saw Sam and Havosia did a thing. I don't know what happened. I'm not going to comment. I don't know. It was just a weird race. I saw Cody got 20 seconds in time penalties at the end. And I was like,
He sped
if
under
I
the
just
VSC.
keep it... 20 seconds for that.
Yeah, it was weird.
I lost a bunch of time under I lost 2 seconds under the VSC because I never know how to control them.
So did Bram, but yeah.
Yeah, I just
still,
thought if I keep it controlled, I'll get on the podium. I didn't run out of
You
fuel
got-
this time.
Yeah, you got P3. It may still maybe a P2 if Sam gets a pen, and it's still great points for you and the team. After missing a round or so, I think
2.
you can be happy with that. Yeah.
I haven't been in for 7 rounds this whole season. Obviously, I wasn't in
Yeah.
for like the first 5.
Yeah.
Was it 2 podiums in 3 races? This I did not deserve. I didn't feel like I'd be anywhere near a podium today. I've always
If you
liked
did-
Silverstone as a track, but
I
after
pointed
quali,
out on the
I had
last
no
lap.
confidence.
If you didn't get a penalty, you would have won.
Oh, for God's sake!
But then again, that could be the same for anyone, Sam to Bram, etc. Like
I
if
have
Cody
hit my
didn't get
race director
35
this
seconds,
time.
he would have won. Oh, nice.
So
What, do you think your
if that
3
means
second was
anything.
unfair?
I
Or-
don't know. I took a Carlos Sainz line.
Interesting. Anyway, Chaz, do you have any final things for second and third?
No, I don't. But great race,
Uh,
guys.
That's fine. Right, we will see you in 7 days' time for the French Grand Prix. I've been F1 Union and Chaz alongside me. That's been your top 3 interviewed. And we will see you for the French Grand Prix next week. Bye for now.